Both President Trump and former President Clinton were mentioned in the Epstein Files, and both had some sort of relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Both have denied any wrongdoing as it relates to the convicted sex offender. And from what we've seen in the files, Clinton hasn't been formally accused of any wrongdoing. And as it relates to Trump, law enforcement hasn't corroborated or verified any allegation made against him. But multiple Democrats have warned now that if they regain control of the House come November, they will subpoena President Trump. They will force him to come in and talk about what he knows about Jeffrey Epstein and try to get him to talk in this investigation. Do you think that they will be able to? Do you think that because former President Clinton is coming in here, he's providing testimony, do you think that then forces President Trump to comply with any subpoena he might get in the future?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. The distinction between President Trump is just that, President Trump. And so he may have a defense of presidential immunity, executive immunity, or executive privilege in terms of wanting to block a subpoena or filing a motion to quash a subpoena. So Bill Clinton may have that defense available for certain questions if they're asked about things that he did while president. But for the most part, if Congress keeps the questioning outside of that time period, specifically when he was president or when he was out of office, then he will not have that. So there is a distinction just because President Trump is the president and may be able to invoke executive privilege.
These will be closed-door depositions, but the Clintons reportedly wanted to appear publicly. Why, from a legal perspective, do you think they would prefer to appear publicly here?
I think they want to get control. So if the committee is going to ask them certain questions and it's going to be a closed-door session but videotaped, then the committee could take selections of their testimony and put it out there in a press release, and it might be taken out of context. So I think it's good negotiation on behalf of the Clintons' lawyers. Like, look, if we're going to testify, let's make it open, let's make it public. That way, the committee doesn't have sole control over which clips to release. The public can see everything in real time as it happens.